Hi guys, in this video we are going to see how to connect ThingsUp and the Firebase real-time database. So before going to it, you must have a ThingsUp account and you must ensure that you have enough credits in the billing section. If you don't have enough credits, go and buy them. So once you have bought, you are good to go. So first let's create the Firebase project. For that you need to go to Firebase console.firebase.google.com, then click on add project and follow my steps. Now we are going to save a temperature data in it for an example. So I am giving the project name as temp. Okay, now you have successfully created a Firebase project. So in this we are going to create a real-time database. So click on real-time database and click on create project and select enable. So once it is done, a real-time database is created for you. So you just need to connect ThingsUp to it. So let's see how to do it. So go to ThingsUp dashboard, click on connections, click on add. Now you need to select the type as Firebase. Here it asks you for service account JSON and database URL. Let's see how to find it. Go to the Firebase database, click on this Firebase URL, copy it and paste it in the database URL. So now let's see how to take this service account JSON. So go to Firebase database. Now go to settings, project settings, go to service accounts, and in the service account you will find create service account. Okay, after clicking create service account you will get this button called generate new private key. Click on it and click generate key. So once it is generated and a JSON string will be created, you need to download it. Once it is downloaded, open it in any text editor. I am opening it in Google Chrome itself. Just drag and drop it in the new window. So you will get a JSON string. Just copy it and go to ThingsUp and paste it in the service account JSON. Once it is done, you need to click save. Now successfully you have created the connection between the real-time database and the ThingsUp. Now we need to set an action to it. That is what you are going to do with that connection. So go to actions, click on add and click on action type as Firebase real-time database, and it asks you for reference, action and connection ID. So references, you need to add a key under which you are going to save the data in the real-time database. Now since we are going to save temperature data, I am just giving the reference as room. Action should be set as set because we are going to send data to the Firebase. So we are going to set the data. So select the action as set, and in the connection ID you need to select the connection ID that you done in previous connection. So click on connection ID, the corresponding connection ID, and click save. So once it is done, a set action is being created successfully. Now let's test it how to do it. So for that you need to go command and go to action command, and in the select action ID you need to select the corresponding action ID that you did now. So click on that action ID. Now in the payload what we are going to do is that we are going to send some data. So I'm going quickly creating a JSON string as temp and some value and giving send. So once it is success, you just go and check in the Firebase console in the real-time database. As you can see here, you can get the temperature value as 52 under the reference room. So now we have successfully transferred data from the ThingsUp account to the real-time database. Now we have successfully connected the Firebase real-time database and ThingsUp. Now let's see how to set the data through a MQTT device. So before going to it, you must need to create a MQTT device. Click on add device, and if you want, follow the steps that is given in the ThingsUp YouTube channel called MQTT basics. So once if you have created the MQTT device, you can see it under the view devices. So this is the device I have created now. So before going further, we need to create a corresponding rule in order to set the data to the Firebase. So click on rules engine and follow my steps. Click add and select the rule type as MQTT rule. Now we are going to specify the topic in which the temperature data is published. So the topic is temp, and select the corresponding action ID which is set as set command to the Firebase. So I am selecting it and click save. So once it is done, the MQTT rule is created. Now let's check it. Click on command and follow my steps. In the devices, in which device that you are going to create, you must make sure that it is enabled. Once it is enabled, copy this device key and paste it here. In the password, you need to set the password that you have set while creating the MQTT device, and the client ID, the corresponding client ID that you have set while creating the MQTT device. Click connect. So once it is connected, you must subscribe to the topic called temp. So for that, what you need to do is that you need to specify like this, that is your account ID. This is the account ID slash temp. So once it is subscribed, now let's publish some data to this topic. So copy this same topic here, and in the payload I am quickly creating a temperature JSON. So temp colon 40, and I am sending it. As you can see here, the data which is published is obtained here. So now let's go and check to the Firebase. Like as you can see, the temperature value is changed to 40. Now I am changing it again for example 89, and I am giving send. So the data is published and data is received here, and in the Firebase also the data is changed successfully. So through an MQTT device, we have successfully set the corresponding value in the topic to the real-time database. In this part, we are going to see how to get the data from the real-time database using ThingSup HTTP command or using the API. So before going to it, you must need to create an action in order to get the data from the Firebase. So for that, click on actions, click on add, and select the action type as Firebase real-time database, and in the reference you need to specify the key under which the required data is. So here if you see, the key is room here, under which my required data is present. So I am giving the ref as room, the action as get, since we are going to get the data from the Firebase, and the connection ID is the corresponding connection ID that you have created in order to connect to Firebase and ThingSup. So select it and note this action ID before saving. So this is the action ID for getting the data. So NN5F, this is the action ID for getting the data, and click save. So once it is saved, a corresponding action ID is created for getting the data from the Firebase real-time database. So before going further, we need to create the corresponding HTTP rule. So go to rules engine, click on add, and click on the rule type as HTTP rule. Now you need to specify the authorization key here. So I am just giving as test123, and the action ID is the corresponding action ID which you have specified as get. So that is NN5F is at 9, and I am giving save. Now copy this HTTP rule, this rule ID, and go to command. In HTTP command, paste this rule ID, and in the authorization key, give the authorization key that you have specified while creating that rule, that is test123, and I am giving send. So once it is done, you can see the response as temperature is to 89. That is the same temperature that is present in the Firebase real-time database. For example, I am changing it to 80. So now I am giving send here. As you can see here, the new temperature value is obtained as the response here. So successfully we have created an HTTP command. Now we can see how to access this data through the ThingSup API. For that, I am using Postman here. In the post command, and this is the URL https://apa.thingsup.io/data/your account ID. This is your account ID / the rule. That is the rule ID. This is the rule ID that we have created now for HTTP command. So paste it here, and in the authorization key you need to add. So in key add authorization, and in the value you need to specify this and give send. Once you give send, you can see the temperature value 80 is obtained as API as JSON string. So now you can go to Firebase, and I'm just changing it as 55. So once I am changing it, and once again in the Postman I am requesting. So you can see the new values obtained here. So now we have obtained the value from the Firebase through this API. So using this API, you can get the values in anywhere. For example, if you're using a web application, you can get the value there. In a mobile application, you can get this value there. So you can use anywhere. Using this API, you can get the value of the data that is stored in the Firebase through ThingSup.